Yo guys, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. I'm AidanMCJ and today's video is an exciting video, 4 months in the making, and it's my new car. So with the, as you can see, the drastic change in weather, we've had to have a drastic change of outfit, but that won't deter me from getting this video done today. Hopefully the rain won't be too bad. So this behind me is my new car. It is the Mark 7 Golf GTI Performance, and it's an absolute beauty. Now, there's so many different reasons why I bought this car, and you'll probably be confused why I've bought this car, because I'm always raving about performance BMWs. Now, as I don't have 30 grand budget, I can't just go out and snap up an F80 M3. However much I'd like it, I can't really do that, so that'll have to wait for a little while. So one of the main reasons why I snapped this car up was the price. Now, I did go slightly over budget on this. I didn't really want to spend that much, but it was well worth it with the low miles and the high spec on the car. One of the other many reasons for buying this car is that it comes with the 2-litre TSI engine, the same one in the Golf R, the same one in the S3, but it has a slightly different turbo. They have the IS38 turbo, and this one has the IS20. Now, it's incredibly easy to modify and not massively expensive either. It's probably going to be more of a half budget build. I'm going to be doing some big performance mods, but hopefully trying to keep the budget down. I'm not made of money, but it's going to be an absolutely sick investment for the future of the channel too, and with this project car. So one of the things is, it is incredibly easy to get big power from. Now, you have intakes, intercoolers, all that good stuff, exhaust and all that, which will make it go up to big power. Now, what I do want to go with this car is around about 350 to 380 brake horsepower, and they are very achievable on this car. Now, it's not really having to fully forge it from that bit, but I'm probably going to go down that route if I go big turbo a little bit in the future. So the other reason why I bought a GTI over the Rs and the S3s, now obviously they are incredibly capable cars and I've driven so many of them, but with chats with customers that have bought their cars into us at my last job, they said that they were quite predictable, very safe, and by driving them I did realise what they were on about. With the Cupras and the GTIs, they just had a little bit more feel to them, even though they're not as capable as the IS38, but the IS20 is pretty capable, and with it being front wheel drive, you don't really want to take it well over 350 and 380 because you lose that feel. It's not about drivability when it comes to that either. But with the Golf R and the S3s, they are also a massive force to be reckoned with, and you can tune them up to absolutely insane amounts. So I'm sure you're wondering what I've got in store for Genevieve, the Golf GTI. Now, As you are well aware, I didn't do that many mods to the ST. Now this was for a long list of reasons, because it was very expensive to get any decent power without the turbo. Now to get the turbo, that is extremely expensive. I wanted to supercharge it at first, but that is also massively expensive. And the car just wasn't fast enough for me. I didn't really like it as much as something like the GTI, the Rs, the S3s and all that kind of stuff. Now on this car I'm going to be doing intakes, intercoolers, exhaust modifications and turbo elbow, and also maybe going to the big turbo route a little bit further down the line. Now I'm going to keep this car for a little while, depending on what the channel's doing, depending on what my bank balance is doing. That's probably a big factor as well. So that'll be that. But I'm also going for a big full wrap as well as other aesthetic modifications, spoiler, splitters, all that kind of good stuff. Now the wrap, I'm not sure exactly what colour I'm going to have yet. It's probably going to be, you know, greys, greens, that kind of stuff. But I'm not going to let you know yet. We're going to keep that a little bit of a teaser, as I'm not really sure on myself either. So with all that in mind, shall we take it for a drive? Right then, now we're out in the car and this is the exciting bit. Feel that 230 brake horsepower provided by that absolutely gorgeous 2-litre turbo. Now, it's very, very good on the road. The only thing I do want to say, which will be a definite addition to this car, is grippier tyres. Now, the place where I got it from put kind of budgets on it for the front wheel drive. Now, this isn't great, obviously. We are also in sport mode and we are also got traction control off, so it does struggle a little bit with grip. We've got Pirelli Pilot Sport 4s on the back, but on the front we haven't got some great ones, so I'm probably going to change all four to either NS2Rs, Nankang NS2Rs, or to the Pilot Sport 4s. Now they are incredible on the back and it keeps it really, really rigid and stable. Now going around corners, this car handles like an absolute dream. It's so much better than the ST. Now the ST was no slouch round corners, but on that straight line speed it just did not have the edge that this car has. And there we have it, that is the loss of grip. But the way this car accelerates is absolutely incredible. Now it won't be like this for much longer, but it'll be absolutely insane when I've finished this project, guys. What I do want to talk to you about is the artificial sound that is pumping into the cabin. Now, as well as that sounds good, you could probably tell by when I was revving the car behind the car, you can't actually hear it that much. Now, I'm probably going to go for something like a Sports Cat, and then probably a 3-inch all the way to the back, something like a Cobra or a Scorpion, something like that, or I could have it custom made at some point too. So that'll make it sound loads better. And an important point that I didn't talk about before is that this is the manual and not the DSG. Now I absolutely love the DSGs. Now they command quite a bit higher of a price than these manuals, but they also come with some significant costs when the gearbox can go wrong. It's not that often that it does go wrong, but I've heard a lot of horror stories that kept me from buying the DSG as well. As much as I love it, I haven't got $3 grand to spend on a DSG gearbox when it goes wrong. But the manual is so good and it's so responsive in sports mode as well. And this car is almost always in sports mode. The MPG is probably not one to talk about, as it is spending its time a lot in the single figures, but when you are on a motorway and you put it into eco, you can very easily get 50 miles to the gallon at around about 50 miles an hour if you're not pushing it too hard. Now, as I would guess a lot of you are, and how I am, I'm quite heavy footed, so that does spend a lot of the time in very low double figures and also single figures as well. But you don't buy a high performance car to have insane miles per gallon. You get a diesel for that. Now I'm so excited to bring you loads of content in this car, guys. Some videos of it going fast, some fast passes, all that kind of stuff, and also modifying the absolute shiznick out of it. It's going to be absolutely incredible. So if you did like the video of the car reveal of my absolutely beautiful little Golf GTI, Genevieve is what we're going to call her, and she'll be on the channel for quite a long time now. We're going to be building her up to, again, 350 to 380 brake horsepower, hopefully in the end, and also a big investment for the channel too, and the channel's future. Now, I am back on YouTube with a bang, guys, so if you did like the video, please do drop a like underneath. Please subscribe if you are new. Also comment what you think of Genevieve the GTI, and we'll see ya in the next one. Peace.